What's going on, guys, and then welcome to the week 7 of 52 weeks photography challenge, and the topic for today is love. As you can see from the title as well, that I have thought of giving some pro tip for Sony users. The tip is that how can you use a mobile phone as a remote shutter. So since I'm actually shooting videos for every single week, I thought of giving some tips and tricks in every video. So this week I thought of giving the tip for using the phone as a remote shutter for Sony. So Sony has this feature from a long way back, but most of the people didn't know, and they ended up buying high fancy remote shutters for their camera, and then it is actually pretty handy on so many situations. So we'll talk about that, but before that, let's talk about the topic love. So for taking the photography of love, I thought of taking photos of some couples, but my another mind told me that since this is a Valentine's Day, why don't you take the photos of us, me and my partner? We will have a chance to take our own photos. So since we are the only guys who will be in the frame there, that means that someone has to take the photo, right? Hence, there comes the part where we can use the phone as a remote shutter and then take our selfies. For this, we thought of many locations, but we wanted to make this video as short as possible too, because we don't have much time. So we are actually heading to one place called Summit Battery in Auckland. It's near the Devonport, where you can actually see the beautiful city view. And then we thought of doing that in the sunset, but it is not like really sunset today, but sun's coming up a bit, but mostly it is cloudy. So we will hit that, but before that, let me show you my gears, what I am using and what I will use while filming us, like taking photos of us. So the first thing I'm gonna use is my tripod. This tripod, I'll mount my camera in it, and then I will take photos with my phone as a remote shutter. Other one is this tripod, which I will be mounting a phone in it so that I can take 4K videos, and then it will exactly show you like how it can take photos while we're in the frame. And the lens I'm gonna use to take the photos of us is basically 85mm lens. This lens is so amazing for the portrait photographers. I will make a entirely different video on it later, but for now, let's just head out to the Summit Battery and then let's get started. So we are here finally at Summit Battery. This is also called a North Head. So we're gonna go at the top there somewhere and then place our camera. Before that, I'll teach you how we can actually do the shutter remote control something from our phone to this camera. So let's just get with it. So first of all, what you need to do is you need to get into your camera, get to the menu setting. On the network section, you have to go to that option, control with the smartphone, and then you turn on the control with the smartphone and always connect it on. Once you do that, just get to the connection and then just click on it, and then phone will try to open up the Wi-Fi, and you'll see something like this where you'll see the SSID and the QR code. Once this is done, you're gonna have to get to your phone and download that app called Imaging Ace. So it is available on both Android and iOS. So this screen is for an iOS, and as you can see that I already have it. So I'm actually going to try that in the Android. In our Play Store, we just type this Imaging Ace mobile, and then we have to install it. Now once we install this, let's open it, and then we'll just agree all the terms and conditions, like I'm from New Zealand, yes, of course, we'll agree and proceed. and then this kind of screen will appear where you have to just agree with the terms and condition. So you don't actually need to sign it up, so let's just just get it inside without signing up. You just need to choose your hobby while using this app, and then once you get inside the app, you will find this kind of screen where you need to register your camera. To register your camera, what you need to do is just have a look at the instruction it will give you. But the best way I can find it off is, you saw in the previous screen there's the SSID, right? You can actually tap the QR code and connect it to Wi-Fi, or you can just find the SSID in the Wi-Fi and then just type in the password. So once it's connected, and then when you go back to the screen, then you will see something like this. Now you can just start. So after starting, you will see lots and lots of options in there. If your camera is in manual mode, you have a full control of whatever the settings you want to choose. You can basically choose the shutter speed. You can control all the aperture by yourself. You can even control the ISO. You can even control like the continuous shooting mode. You have a timer option, you can do that. You can change the white balance setting, and then in the setting area you can turn on the grid lines and stops. So there are so many stops you can do with that, and you can even view your photos you've just taken. All of the photos will be here. You can even see the raw images actually. Now since I have done all of the settings by myself, and then I have that in my phone, this is how I set up my camera. So this is my camera, and then this is how it's connected to my phone, and then once I press the shutter button in my phone, then it's gonna take the photos and they will come out. So these are the photos which I took during that time. One thing is that when we reached there, it was already dark. Somehow we managed to capture these photos. But one thing that amazing happened there was, like, we weren't expecting for a sunset, but when we went there, the skyline was pretty amazing. It felt like there's a volcano behind the cityscape. It was really amazing, and managed to get these shots. But yeah, anyway, since our topic was love, I thought of just doing this photo shoot with my partner. Basically that is love, right? So yeah, for the next week the topic is light, so that is going to be really interesting. I'm gonna put some good tutorials in TikTok as well. Other than that, if you're new here, just subscribe to the channel and then hit the bell icon, and by doing so you won't miss out my any videos which I publish every single week. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next week.